Good morning. God, that's always a bit of a jarring thing that happens all the time. uh... God. The Eeper is dangerous. So I was awake at like 8:30. It's 10:30 now. I'm like rolling over a little bit and I'm like, yeah, okay, good. I can kind of have a doze before I actually get up, because generally speaking, the first time I like return to consciousness after sleeping, takes me a bit to like actually be awake. And usually I just like throw on a YouTube video or something to like keep my brain listening to something, and so it'll hopefully wake up. But then like I heard an alarm go off, and I was like, cool, that's like my 10 to 9 alarm. Went off again at 9 o'clock, so it goes every 10 minutes. And then the next one went at 9:40, and I was like, what the fuck? Granted, I was a little slow on the uptake otherwise, but like... wait, why am I not... Hello? Okay, that's weird. Oh, I think that's because of the fucking mouse wheel. Yeah. So... Funny story. My mouse is also broken in, like, the most specific way I've ever seen. Usually when a mouse starts dying, like, especially an MMO mouse, it's usually the extra button, one of the extra buttons that goes first because of overuse. Or, there's, the scroll wheel, like, completely breaks, so it's just completely non-functional. Depending on whether or not the buttons are kind of customizable in any way, the whole panel might just die. Like, generally speaking, when they start to die, it's from overuse, and it's just, like, one entire section of the mouse doesn't work anymore. I don't think I've had a sensor die, thankfully, but, yeah, generally it's, like, it takes out a whole lot with it. This one I just can't scroll. Like, I can push the mouse button, or push the scroll button down to... and that works. This mouse has things it can do if you move the mouse wheel left and right, which it can also still do. All of the MMO buttons, or all of the extra buttons still work, the entire panel is fine, it's still customizable. Every other button on that works. I just cannot scroll. Like, and it's like, I can work around it to some degree. Oh, actually, come back to, there we go. I can work around it to some degree, but, like, there's just very specific stuff that I can't do. So, like, zooming in and out in 14 is relatively important. Like, especially when I'm doing a stream, I'll, like, zoom in to kind of, like, see who I'm talking to or whatever. It might be important to kind of remove or, like, place the camera in such a way that, like, I can still see everything. But, for example, if it's max zoom out, but, like, part of the camera is going to be obscured and going to go in a bit more, like, scrolling in so it's a little more consistent and not, like, all over the fucking place in terms of depth or distance away from the character. It's kind of important to not fucking throw up. And in PoE, like, I can't scroll out on the passive skill tree. The thing that is, like, multiple screens big, when you zoom out completely. So I think I have to get a new mouse just for that. Like, I can't see anything that would indicate that it's actually broken. And especially because literally everything else works, it feels like whatever mechanism is in there to detect the scrolling is just dead. Like, I can feel that there's no friction on it when it used to have, like, a little click to it. So I have to imagine it's just kind of, like... Yeah, like... worn down. But, like, nothing else is broken about it, so it's, like... It's, like, 90% workable. I don't want to dump, like, an MMO mouse worth of money on another mouse just for that. But that's, like, one of the most important fucking functions of it. Oh, yeah. So that was fun. I discovered that in the middle of, well, that started happening to me in the middle of, leveling a PoE character last night, so... Yeah, that was fun. Huh. Anyway, I hear murder is, apparently a group activity in this game now. Wait, what? Oh, God, OBS, you... Show me the goddamn... bottom of the screen, I want to see the uptime.
Paradise Killer.
So back we go. So I think Mina is going to be here at some point, so I'm going to try and save my recap for then. Because it's a long one. There's a lot of things that I can speculate about now. Or that I have to speculate about now, because, yeah. And, yeah, as it turns out, a lot of people I need to go back and talk to, because, boy, do I have some fucking questions now. Oh! Oh, no. Wait, why did... Huh? Why can I use some of these to scroll down? Oh, that's bad. Oh. Oh no, the hitbox for it is just super fucking weird. Oh. Oh, okay, we're all good. It's just like, for some reason, the scroll wheels that are all the way to the right... Yeah, that seems to be one-to-one with the actual box itself. The ones that are on the right over here, are like, disjointed from the actual object itself. Like, if you can see, I can't select it, I can select it, I can't select it, even if I move it over on top. Okay, we can work with that. Which is good, because, like, the timeline is kind of important here, too. Which I think I note has also not changed again. But yeah, so... I'm not gonna be, recapping just yet. Why did the bloodstains mysteriously end at the wall? Whose blood was at the scene of the crime? Yeah, there's like... There's some, fucking questions we need answered. And I'm not sure quite where to start. Actually, yeah, let's check notes and see if there's something obvious that's not talking to a character that I can go and do. Mika the ghost fish wants Dominoes, right. Yuri works for Carmelina, she might know something about his alibi. Akiko and Lydia... And Akiko said Lydia and Sam have been meeting in secret at the farm. Why? Maybe they're enjoying the beach. Oh yeah, I could go up to the fields and see if there's something up to do with that. I don't know anywhere else that could be considered, like, a farm? Yeah, like, I think I said it a couple of times, but like when that initially came up, I struggled to kind of think of a place that kind of matched that. Well, match the naming at least. Like, that's the closest thing to a farm I think is on the island, because they're clearly growing things there. But, like, I think that's a far cry from, like, what I would have considered a farm. But then it could be using, like, the more loose term of it, as in a place that you farm something, not like a, you know, like, chicken coop, wooden barn, and all of that. And I don't think I did, like, a really thorough once over here, so... Maybe. Maybe we can have a quick look around and see if we can find anything. I'm going through each of these because the distance that you see interactables is going to be shorter than I think the length of these things, and I really don't want to miss something like that. Like, I imagine it'd be pretty noticeable, but yeah. Like, unless there's somewhere else that's considered the farm, because, like, I need to talk to that person again, but I don't think I can get the dialogue again. It's one thing, like, I think this game is, like, really, really thorough with, like, keeping notes for you, but I think sometimes, like, I think sometimes it could use, like, a, like, like, say someone talks about a location, like, you should go here. It should probably, like, state the name of that thing, and not just, like, a casual kind of reference to it, if that makes sense. Like, what is the farm? Is it this place? I don't know where else it could be. I haven't seen anything that I would call a farm more than this. Oh my god, why am I having so much trouble jumping? Thank you. Not much height of anything, is it? Fuck is... Oh no, it's just plants either side of a pipe. And there go the lights. Okay. So it's probably not in and around the things, which, yeah. Probably obvious, but hey, you can never be too careful. Especially in a mystery game. Dead Nebula, agriculture, admin building, workers must report to supervisor, shit. Like, yeah, this seems to line up with something I would probably consider a farm. You already got music from that. Oh, this will probably be the same thing. Yep. Nothing in the bushes. Nothing there. Pretty sure I looked around this place before, but... Were these interactable at some stage? I actually legit can't remember. I feel like that might have done something before, but I don't know what. Can't see anything on the top of these, and that seems like... This seems like collectible territory, not, not evidence territory. Excuse me. Yeah, I mean, if we can't get inside that building, then I don't know... I don't really know what else, could be there. Oh, no, those things, were working with the water there, and I got the waterlogged tablet from down there. I remember that now. I also spy a blood crystal.
Blood crystal obtained.
Is there anywhere else in my notes that I could probably check as an area? Murdered by a vampire. I wouldn't even know where to begin to look for that. Whose blood was used to open the third holy seal? Why did Kafka enter the council penthouse a few days before the rest of the council? One last kiss said I need to look behind the contrivances. There's an area of suspiciously weak-looking ground around behind the Syndicate graveyard. Looks like I could smash it, though, with the right tool. I don't think I have that yet. There was an empty blood vial in Sam's chiller. It had a K on it. If the third holy seal is a bloodlock, the island's doctor might know where someone could get a sample of council blood from to trick the lock. Yeah, this feels like all, talking to people ones. Do I, not have anything that's not that? I've got a blood sample of Henry. Lady Love dies. We have Grace. Ice Kiwami. Yeah. Been to the Paradise Gates. I think we're done with that. Okay. I think we probably need to go and talk to people at this point. I don't really see any way I could, like, get anything out of what I'm seeing right now. Which is a shame, because I was hoping to dawdle a little bit more, just in case Mina was around. But, I'm not gonna dawdle around too much. Okay. Can't think of any place. Oh, shit, actually, I forgot something. Sorry, I'll be right back. Got me damn pillow. Okay. Actually, no, hold on. Gardens. We'll go and talk to Yuri first. See if he has anything enlightening to say, or if, we're just gonna get kind of stonewalled again. I can't imagine he's gonna be any more helpful than he has been. Ooh.
Blood crystal obtained.
Nice.
Yuri Knight.
Hey, bud. were you outside the council penthouse building last night, Yuri?
Nonsense.
Of course I wasn't, freak. I found pink petals, which I suspect are from your hat outside the penthouse. I doubt that. So for the record, this is complete denial.
Yes.
Yes, freak. It is. It won't stand up in court, anyway. We'll see. Yeah, I didn't think you'd get much out of that. Oh. Hi, Mina. How's it going? Oh, holy shit. I'm glad it has the, like, the drumstick lead-in. Because I think, like, it registered that something was playing, and I was like, what is that? Before it actually dropped. If it just went, girl, that would probably get me a lot worse. How have you been? Ooh. What is it? It's autumn for you right now, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, apparently when I was wishing for some warmer weather down here, monkey's paw curled, and we've had, well, not Victoria, but, like, the state north of us, New South Wales, has had, like, their hottest September on record. So that's fun. You know. I just wanted it to be 20 degrees at some point. The mystering is going good. We walked into the penthouse yesterday. In fact, I might speak a little bit about that after this little dialogue, because I don't think there's going to be much to questioning Yuri. He seems to be a stone fucking wall, for information. In the sealed off apartment area. So we found, okay, so there's three things of note, really. There's a tunnel leading from the dead zone to behind Sam's bar. There's a room in there that is, I think, coated with Witness and Carmelina's blood, that locks away what appears to be demonic research room. Then in Henry's apartment, we found his safe, and eventually I hung out with him enough that he gave me the code to that. And we found a book related to demon, or communing with demons and that. That seems to have been something Yuri would have been able to access. And he's being, yeah, just absolute stomp. Like, next to Akiko in terms of, like, I don't know what you're talking about. Just at every turn. So, yeah. Yeah, I think those are the three things that were there. I don't think there was something else. There might have been something next to the hatch leading to the, tunnel that I don't recall, but... was there a nightmare computer? Oh, there was something I could look into Sam's bar from the back. And what did we find in that? I don't remember if it was a nightmare computer, but... Or I might have needed the nightmare computer to look into that room. I can't remember which. We found that there was a blood vial with, like... I think it was just the letter K on the front of it. I mean, I could go back there and have a look. It's probably not... I do, yep. Okay, yeah, if I needed all of them, then yeah. Oh, yeah, I went and saw, is it Crying Guilt? Is that his name? Or that their name? The god in the pyramid? Yeah, found out some interesting stuff from them. But yeah, I can go over a little bit of that, after this conversation, because it'll be easier for me to, like, look at the info I actually do know. Right, we're talking about the Third Holy Seal. Of course not, they're a mystery, stop wasting time. Yeah. Yeah. Property of Yuri is literally engraved on it, and there are pictures of you showcasing the blade to other people. I don't know what you're talking about. Couldn't be me. like there is like I commented on this last stream, but there's like one or two times where like I feel like it's a little redundant, and it's usually like you've gone and talked to a person, so you can now bring them up to other people. But when you go and bring them up to other people, they just go, why don't you ask them? And it's like... like, I get it. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And sometimes it plays into their character a lot, where Akiko is just calling you a shithead at every single time you talk to her, and Henry's telling you to fuck off because, like, why are you asking the guy with no memory what's going on? But yeah, for some of the other characters, it's a little tiresome. But that also does make sense because, like, obviously the bringing up the talking to the character themselves is an easy flag for stuff like that. But I'd imagine once, like, someone brings up a major point about a character, you might be able to ask them as well. Especially when it's, like, about their alibi. Obviously, I don't really know how, like, the internals are structured for, like, flags and that, but that seems to make sense. Like, if someone, oh, for example, like, I don't know if this is actually the case, but I can see it making sense. If, someone brings up that the computer at Doomjazz's clinic doesn't work, and that, like, hey, that could be an alibi breaker, no one can account for where he is, and you can suddenly bring it up with everyone else, but, like, most people, like, I don't fucking know. Like, when did you go ask him? Yeah. Anyway. I do appreciate where it does add to the character, though, because, like, Henry, Akiko, and I think even, like, Yuri in one or two cases, just going, like, more likely to get blood from a stone, mate. I don't know what you're asking me for. Know anything about demons on the island? The marshals killed them all.
Don't be snide with me.
They should have killed Henry while they were at it. Well, we know that's not the case. There was a fucking demon in the penthouse. Got time to chat, Yuri? What is it? Oh my god, he didn't call me a freak. Progress. You look like the kind of person that likes wine.
Freak.
Oh, there it is. Spoke too soon. I do a refined drink. I'm able to enjoy expensive wine. Better wine. Which is funny, because... Yeah, no. Sorry, Yuri, are you admitting you can't enjoy bad wine? That sounds like a skill issue, mate. Also, Yeah, that's their specialty. And also, we know he's full of shit because, like, I've spoken to Sam multiple times about Yuri at this point, and Sam was like, yeah, that guy doesn't know shit about wine. I'm, like, 90% sure he's just fronting. It's hilarious. Yeah, that 100% tracks. Like, especially when he talks about, like, his kind of, like, rise from nothing and, like, cursing out his parents for being, like... what did he say? It was something along the lines of them being, like, really lazy. Or, like, unambitious. And it's just, like... Okay, listen, like, it's cool to be ambitious and that, but, like, cursing out your parents and then, like, cursing out people who have found, like, a good position for themselves in their lives, I don't know if that's actually the case. And then... Yes, 100%. Alright. Butter him up, fuck it. You're fortunate. It helps that I have access to older wines. Always a sign of quality. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like, Victoria has a little bit of a wine country, and, like, let me tell you, like, there is obviously some, like, prestige about older ones because they have, like, a more refined process, or they need to be kept in very specific circumstances to age even remotely well. But that doesn't mean they do age remotely well. Like, some of them are just like, oh yeah, like, we could only get this wine after being in a thing for, like, 20 years, and it's just kind of like, oh. I feel like I've had, like, single-digit dollar wines that might have been better than that, but... Yeah, but then again, I'm not going to pretend like I know a huge amount about it. Or wine, specifically, anyway. Yeah. Eh. Like, ah, yes, this smells like a wine I enjoy, therefore. Like, okay, cool. Yeah. That kind of, like, pairing stuff is crazy to me in terms of people actually figuring out kind of, like, the stuff that does go well together. Because, like, it seems so, like, random. Sorry. Oh, okay. Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, because, yeah, I mean, like, you could go for, like, one particular kind of wine, and depending on the brand, the aging, and all of that, it could pair very differently with the same food, even if it is, like, you know, still like a Cab Sav or whatever. uh, nicely aged wine is luxury. I'm glad you agree.
What business is it of yours?
Not everyone can appreciate wine. It isn't something for novices or the lower class. I, you know, I think the first time you were on, we talked a lot, or you mentioned a lot about, like, the kind of reality of the situation where these are a bunch of people who have been like, essentially, like, raised or put into positions by their worship or by the gods themselves, and, like, literally enslave humanity to kind of for their own ends. And it's something that it's kind of understated between all the characters that, like, there's, like, a massive fucking problem when it comes to the treatment of citizens. So, like, I think since then, every time someone has said something to the effect of, oh, the citizens or the lower class, I just, like, cringe into my seat even further. Yes. And not only that, but I think barring some specific dialogue choices is kind of on at least, like, ignorant, like, by choice or otherwise, or blind to the actual impact that is having. Like, every now and then she'll, like, bring it up as, like, well, I mean, it's not exactly like we're, building, like, machinery to do all this. Like, we've got people involved in this, and we slaughter them. But, like, in a lot of contexts, that remains absent in a situation where, like, an outside observer would be like, yeah, that's all cool and all. Sorry, did you say you were sacrificing everyone at the end of every island? Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like, it would take something pretty fucking massive to actually shift the status quo or not. And, in fact, yeah, and LD is trying to bring the person who did that to justice. So, yeah. That is definitely something that's been understated and has been kind of growing in my mind since, like, it's one thing I find fascinating about this game too is, like, I think a lot of other mystery games would, like, put some clues in front of you, and then it would slowly, like, contextualize them into what really happened. And a lot of times it can be a yes and or a no but, right? So it'll indicate that someone might be guilty of this, but it also might indicate that someone else is guilty of this. And then eventually you find something that would prove one of those things true, or maybe refute both of them. Whereas I feel this game, every time it's presented me with something like that, it said, that is actually correct, but also. So, like, we started off with, like, okay, Henry is the suspect, that seems like the initial thing, that seems like a red herring just because it's the most obvious thing. Akiko seems guilty. Okay, or Akiko seems sus. Okay, that makes sense. But also, everyone has a potential motive. But also, someone visited the gods, but also several people have been trying to get the key to the second seal, but also several people have been trying to subvert the third seal, but also there are multiple people involved in demonology and things like that is really important to both the murder and circumstances leading up to it, but also there's a bunch of people who directly aided several people in setting up. Like, it's just like, I can't believe how many times it's just yes-anded every piece of information I've gotten. And yeah. Like, the only person I feel like it actively says, I don't think it was this person just by the, or I don't think this person was involved just by the evidence presented, is Henry. Like, and, like, Doom Jazz and Crimson Acid, for example, like, I don't have any evidence suggesting they actively did something, but it's more because I don't have anything on them at all. No one can corroborate what Crimson Acid or Doom Jazz were doing at the time, whereas everyone else is like, oh, Witness just happened to call the remote receiver on the thing locking the demon in the penthouse that I'm assuming Sam or someone aided by Sam got into the pen. Yeah, I sorry, that the penthouse thing explanation is bleeding into this. I should probably... I'll get past this hangout and I can present what I know. Okay, yeah. Sure. We'll continue to pander him. You're knowledgeable. Yes. Goodbye, freak. Fucking... Goodbye, Yuri. Cool. Oh, I ended up, completing, Crimson Acid's hangout, and it's surprising how just casually the subject of, hey, do you want to hook up? Just came up. Yeah. It's like, yeah, things gone to shit. Like, you're obviously tired because, like, oh god, like, investigating all this shit. Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but then again, like, the conversation with Acid specifically, like, varies wildly depending on, the particular thing being talked about. Whether it's just like, oh, some kind of neat gossip that's going on, or like... No, I have incriminating evidence of, like, this major person involved with the Syndicate actually aiding and abetting Henry of, like... Or, sorry. No, what the fuck did I find out about the messages between, Akiko and someone? Oh, I forget that little bit, but, like, yeah, there's like, oh yeah, this is a good piece of evidence for the crime, and then, oh, this is just some gossip I've heard of as well. And then suddenly it's just like, hey, one last round. Nightmare computer. Oh, actually, I don't think I went back up here. There's anything up here? I don't suppose you... Oh, hang on. No, is it in here?
Scene investigation.
Oh, yes, I've still got the... Ah, okay, yes, I remember this.
Nightmare computer.
Also, I gotta say, I love constructing stick figures in this. It's... I get, like, the thing I find particularly funny is, like, the other shape matching templates you have, you tend to have to be a lot more one-to-one, whereas this is just, like, if you abstract the actual image you construct compared to the actual one, it just looks like you're posing stick figures, which I just find very funny. Yep.
Nightmare computer unlocked.
Okay, what do we got? Huh? Pile bunker gauntlets. Hello? Sam's got a bear... Punching. What? Yeah, yeah. I don't think I actually know. Hang on, let's get through the dialogue and see if LD puts anything together. Sam's still got a pair of pile bunker gauntlets kicking around.
Ooh, the investigator is here.
Oh, once an assassin, always an assassin, I guess. That is the least subtle. Exactly, yeah. Fuck it. Oh, God. They're well used. Looks like they only have one charge left in them.
I'm
oh.
glad to be back.
They'll probably come in handy. I'll borrow them for a bit. Oh, yeah, I know what that's for.
Key item obtained.
Gonna go break a suspicious rock. fucking... Yeah, yes, the tools of the trade for an assassin. Makeup and disguise kit to make sure, like, you know, not looking, like, too similar to someone. Some... Yeah. Hey, Sam. I have to go up there, don't I? Oh, okay, I'll just fast travel. Yeah. Should be one back up here. Ugh. Like, I mean, I guess if you wanted the job done fast, like, yeah, pile bunker gauntlets would probably do it, but, like... Huh, I wonder what happened here. This person exploded. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it could have been a pile bunker. They didn't need to also be gloves either, but oh man. Also, yeah, thank God for the dash and extra jump. Oh, yeah, I did the puzzle initially for here the first time I came through. Yeah, I don't particularly like those logic puzzles. Like, there are some forms of them I really like, but, like, I don't think that one was particularly... That one was a little bit more frustrating. Yeah. I like ones where you can change, like, a single one, and then there's, like, a complex kind of, like, set of ones to move. Whereas I feel like just progressively moving all of them is just like, ugh, this is just tedious. If nothing else. Boom. I'm downright amazed at what I can destroy with some pile bunker gauntlets. God. Hello? Vault?
What the hell?
Who the hell are you?
Mother? No, you are not her.
Oh, you were the person that was shot by Montserrat. Oh, fuck. You okay, this person's related to, Carmelina. Okay.
What the hell?
Who are you?
Mother called me the Nonigata.
Child born into darkness. Born never to be known.
Oh.
Who is your mother?
The corridor lady.
Corridor lady?
What the hell?
Excuse me? Who's that? What corridor?
Built to the fabric, the corridors.
Sure.
Why are you here?
I thought I escaped. You cannot escape blood.
That's a gunshot wound. We need to get you treated. No. I failed.
They want me dead.
Don't test me.
Who wants you dead? Mother and the man.
Sure.
Who's the man? Sometimes a friend, sometimes not.
I don't like this.
Why do they want you dead? What did you fail at?
My destiny.
Yeah, just like, yeah, like raised in captivity for this one thing, and, ugh. Was your destiny killing the council?
Are the council the dead people in the room?
Yes.
Then yes, he shot me.
Yeah. What? You... Wait, whoa. Hold on. Okay, hang on. Oh, getting this right after the penthouse. Oh, God. Okay. Alright, hold on. I killed them. My knife danced. The room became red. Wasn't the only monster in the room. Wasn't supposed to be there. Oh my god, were there actually two things going on? Oh my god.
Strange.
Were there actually parallel plans? Holy shit. What do you mean?
See the lines that were hidden.
I made this. She thinks I didn't. I know more than she thinks. See the lines that were hidden.
There is no room in paradise for me.
You need to see why. You're going to die if you don't get treated.
Good. Life has been bad. I shouldn't have been born.
No, don't...
Nanny, the hell?
He slit his throat.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Just perfect.
The investigator is here.
Who really were you? What the hell is going on here? I could take a blood sample at least. It's probably gonna have the unknown blood we found at the fucking crime scene. Blood sample isn't in the database, but there's a hit on some of the DNA. What the hell? This blood has Carmelina's DNA. It's not her blood, but it could be her offspring. Was Dainonigate? Dainonigate? Yeah. Yeah. Dainonigate her child?
The investigator is here.
His sample matches the one used to open the third seal bloodlock last night. That puts him in the penthouse at the time of the murder.
That's weird.
Well, what did you know? Ice Kiwami's blood matches... Wait, really? Jeez. Yeah, holy shit. So... Yeah, so... Eyes is the father of both Henry and Dainonigate. Okay. Yeah, apparently. Does that mean Carmelina and Ice Kiwami had a kid together?
Don't test me.
Daddy's boy got through the bloodlock because he had council blood.
That's weird.
Huh. Okay, no, that makes more sense. Because I was wondering, like, if... My theory, at least at some point, was that Carmelina's blood would have actually gotten through because she is the daughter of someone that used to be on the council. But then again, considering, like, Romeo was executed and the Silence family was barred from ever being on the council, the blood probably doesn't actually work. Yeah, probably. What? There's some kind of strange flesh fused to his body. What is this?
Sure.
3 guesses. Is this flesh from Crying Grudge that Carmelina fused with someone? Was this used to get through the 4th Holy Seal? He has a knife. It's a perfect blade. It's covered in blood. Starlight can analyze it.
I have a bad feeling about this.
His own blood and all the council members. Is this the murder weapon? Wait, but I... Well, I guess the demon could have easily cut into some of the... I'm pretty sure we analyzed the blood on the claws of that thing? Yeah. That would make sense. Yeah, so like, I'm gonna call him Die to make sure I don't, like, trip over myself every time I try and pronounce that. Dan. Oh. Sorry. Sorry, yeah, I'm not gonna call him Dan. That... Okay, sorry, I have to explain what just happened in my head. I very recently, ran into some relatives, and, well, I was talking to some relatives. We were at a restaurant, and someone with, like, a little bit more of a complex name came by, and just... knee-jerk reaction, someone in the group just said, oh yeah, we'll call you shortened, simpler name. And it just didn't sit well, because, like, clearly... Yeah, it's just like, I wasn't gonna get it on the first hit, but like as that person was kind of like waiting us a few times, like I tried to, like I made sure I was kind of saying their name like correctly, but yeah, that shit never really sits well with me. It's like. Yeah, and I feel like especially in Australian culture too, it's very much like a, oh, but yeah, that's kind of your, yeah, but we're mates though, so like it doesn't really matter. It's like it's not the fucking point, mate. It doesn't work like that. Anyway, die. So okay, Die gets into the room. The council are deliberating, and he starts killing them. Then in the process, the demon gets loose. So now I'm trying to think of like when the gunshots happened, because Montserrat like killed the demon by shooting it in the head. What would make the most sense? Like, yeah, that could definitely be it. I'm trying to think through if there's like any info I have that might speak to potential order. Because initially I thought that, I guess to kind of like talk about the things I thought were going on yesterday. So we got in there, I saw all the evidence, and I'm like, okay, so it's funny because initially too I thought that there was like some parallel plans going on. And I think the reason I stopped thinking that was because, oh, the demon killed everyone in the room, and then Montserrat shot it, killed it, and yeah, that would have been it. But the thing I remember too is thinking, okay, well, that explains a lot, but then how did the blood from the penthouse get into Henry's stomach? So someone would have had to gone through the seals, which would have been, you know, someone that was there at the time to be able to frame it. So that person walks into the room, and because, you know, the bloodbath has already happened, Montserrat, still alive, just, like, shoots when suspicious person turns up at the crime scene afterward. But the wrinkle in that thought was that, like, hang on, I know Henry's blood was used to gain access there. If someone was going to frame Henry by using the blood, they would have used Henry's blood to get in, right? So why was there this other unknown blood there? Which returns to a parallel plan thing. Like, Carmelina... I'd have to sit down and think again about who would be involved in that. Which would be better if I can look at all my evidence. Okay. There's no blood on here that matches the marshals guarding the council building. Blade is perfect as well. Wouldn't have caused the ragged gashes in their throats. Yep. Somehow he got to the council without going through the guards. This knife matches the lacerations on the council murder victims.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Dino Nigate's gunshot wound came from Montserrat's gun. His blood matches the gunshot splatter in the penthouse.
Got it.
Dino Nigate broke into the council penthouse, started attacking, and Montserrat shot him. Dino Nigate fled here. His blood matches the blood trail that ended at the wall, which answers the who, but not the what the hell. I need to find out more about this guy. Yeah, now he's a paper cutout on the floor. Okay. Carmelina took some of the flesh from Crying Grudge and fused it with someone else. Dino Nigate has had flesh fused with his body. Carmelina fused it to him. Dino Nigate had flesh from Crying Grudge fused on his body. This would allow him to get through the fourth seal. Dino Nigate confessed to killing the council as part of his mission given to him by his mother. Dino Nigate had a perfect blade covered in the victim's blood. The lacerations match his blade. All the lacerations are clean and not ragged. Knife covered in the council's blood found on Dino Negate's corpse. It's a perfect blade without any nicks or damage. Blood smear at the scene doesn't match any of the council members. The blood splatters from a gunshot. The bullet is in the wall is a Fukada round. It matches Dino Negate's. He was at the scene. I'm assuming that's what that says. Where's my mouse gone? Oh, right, I can't use it in this situation. There's a blood trail leading out of the council penthouse that abruptly ends at a wall. Matches Dino Negate's blood sample. He was wounded in the penthouse last night. A blood sample from Dino Negate matches the blood sample from the third seal bloodlock. Dino Negate was at the scene of the crime. Ice Kiwami was Dino Negate's father. Dino Negate got through the third holy seal bloodlock because he has council blood. Yeah, also, that seems like a massive, massive, massive fucking design flaw. Oh, you're currently on the council? Guess your children can access the building as well? God. Yep. Okay. Actually, there might be...
Key item obtained.
Key given to me by Dino Negate, he said it would allow me to use the hidden corridors.
Key item obtained. Dino Negate.
Fuck. Oh, wow, this is a fucking, oh my god. I forgot his fucking name. Nirvana Initiative. Locked in the fucking... Terror, yeah. This is a fucking terror cell. Which is unfortunate naming. I just gave that. The key Dino Negate gave me fits this lock. May as well tumble down the rabbit hole.
That's strange.
These islands are so weird. What's behind door number 1? Is this gonna go into the...
That's weird.
What the fuck? Hidden corridors? Where am I? These corridors can't be attached to where I found Dino Negate. I was on the edge of a cliff. Starlight doesn't know where I am. Dino Negate said his mother is the corridor lady. Yeah, the architect. Uh-huh. Okay. Well, this is... Ugh. Blood test confirmed his mother is Carmelina. Did she make these? Looks like there are several portals to elsewhere. Couples seem to go to the Syndicate apartments, including what I presume is Witness's balcony. He always gets the biggest balcony so he can watch the island's end. One portal looks like it goes to the lobby of the council building. The other is different. Looks like an amateur job that's punched through these corridors. Does that one bypass the seal somehow? Huh, okay. Well... Yeah, Jesus Christ. Oh god, this also throws all of the fucking alibis that are based on time and distance into fucking question again. Well, actually, but that could also explain why Akiko could have been on... Oh, Jesus. Oh, no. Oh, God. Okay, so council building, some apartment. Yeah, that looks like the penthouse. That's bypassing the second seal, too. Okay, hang on. I'm most interested in this.
Ooh, the investigator is here.
That corridor is different. Looks amateurish. This bypasses the seals.
Sure.
Dino Negate referred to his mother as the corridor lady. His blood proves that Carmelina is his mother.
I don't like this.
I think it's safe to assume that she made these corridors. She's the architect, after all. The corridors skip sections of space and allow the user to cross the island in an extremely short space of time. Dino Negate said he'd been trained to kill. Did Carmelina hide him and use the corridors to get him to the council to commit murder last night? The corridor that Dino Nigate used to escape back to his hideaway wasn't the same as the others.
Sure.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So, she's assumed something that I was wondering, which is... Okay, hold on. So you're telling me you can get corridors open to anywhere on the island, and and one of them is beyond all of the seals, but you still fuse Dino Nigate with the flesh of Crying Grudge? Yeah, like he used the key or something to just punch his way back through to the corridors. Or the nexus of that. Yeah. Yeah, like it's in, like... Yeah, it looks like it's cracked more than... Yeah, it looks like someone punched through to that area more than, like, constructed it to be that way. Which is a nice touch to that. Maybe Dino Nigate inherited his mother's architecture powers and created it himself? Why didn't Carmelina just make a corridor to bypass the seals? That is a very good question, LD.
Sure.
Council kept the seals a mystery to her. She doesn't know what they are. She probably couldn't build a corridor to a location she doesn't know. Yeah. That would make sense. I don't think I think there was some things that were implying like Carmelina wasn't part of... Well, that no one beyond the council was part of constructing the seals, thus, like... If you're trying to bridge two different parts of of a physical space together by some interdimensional bridge, I imagine you need to know where you're going. And if you fuck that up, it would probably be obvious and trip the council... Or tip off the council that you're trying to do that, so doing it the other way around and just providing the escape route probably makes more sense there. She doesn't know what... Yep. Carmelina and Witness were together at the time of the murder. There was a 5-minute window when Witness stepped out on his balcony to take a call from Akiko, and there's a fucking corridor leading from Witness's place into that little hub area.
The investigator is here.
Carmelina could have used that time to travel through one of these corridors, get to Dino Nigate, and take him to the council building. Trials are going to be exciting. Carmelina can make transdimensional corridors that allow her to move across vast distances in an instant. These corridors connect her apartment to the council building entrance, Witness's apartment, and a cave containing her secret son, Dino Nigate. Okay. So, there's room with Dino Nigate, there's the council building. Where is this? Oh, this is the balcony, right. Another weird door. This one leads to Witness's apartment. A network of secret corridors across the island that contained a hidden killer. Did Carmelina set this plan up years ago? It was nearly a perfect plan. If Judge hadn't summoned me, she might have got away with it. She could still get away with it if I don't present the right evidence. This is a bizarre case. Well, yeah, LD, I think you've got I think you got more problems than that, because it looks like there were 2 conspiracies to kill the council. Like...
Don't test me.
This corridor isn't letting me through. Looks like it goes to a syndicate apartment. Probably Carmelina's. That would explain how she accessed the corridors.
The investigator is here.
She can visit Dino Nigate's little lair anytime she needed to. This is so messed up. Right, okay. Oh, yeah, like, shit. That really looks like he just punched through a wall, because of all the cinder blocks and crap there, too. That's good. Is there anything else in here before I... No. Well, I guess I could examine him once he's dead. Secret killer hidden in the depths of paradise. I do so love these islands. Ooh, what a fascinating... What a fascinating case to be investigating. LD, everyone is in on it! What the fuck are you talking about? Please! Okay. Okay, so... Alright, hang on. I need some portraits for everyone to look at. Did that not add, Dainonigate to it? Interesting. Okay, so let's think. So, Lydia, Sam, and Witness, I feel like, were in on the preparation for the demon side of things. Lydia, and Yuri, actually. Yuri as well. So... Oh god, actually no, there's 3 parts to this. One of which I don't know which side to actually align it with. Hey, Haunted. No, Akiko. Sorry, I'm gonna get to that in a second. So, okay, there were 2 plans to kill the council. Just outright. Or, there were 2 plans on how the council could be killed. One of them is planting the demon inside the penthouse. Sam and Lydia were both involved in gathering information about the seals and or moving the demon, or accessing the penthouse 2 days before the incident occurred. Yuri got Crimson to seduce KHX to giving up something about the second seal, which I think is how they actually... Yuri managed to get that information, who then passed it on to Lydia. So that puts the information about the second seal in their hands. We know that Witness got Flesh from Crying Grudge to get past the third seal. And Sam has the blood of Kafka, I think it is. Yeah, Kafka Memory, I'm suspecting, to get past the fourth. So, together, they are all able to collectively access the penthouse. There's evidence to suggest that something. I don't know if, like, I'm suspecting it's the crate, but there were, like, scratch marks around, like, a place behind the guards getting to the first seal that would, oh, actually, the first seal. Shit, I had completely forgotten about the first seal. So the second seal is the obelisk puzzle. The third seal is the, blood. And the fourth seal is the godliness. But the first one was just like a lock. And there was a lot of hubbub made about, Henry's demon being able to, like, manipulate the lock far easier. And you can't get past... Yeah, like, getting past the guards doesn't get you past that. So, actually, I'll come back to that for a second. But, there is evidence that something was moved through, behind where the guards are stationed in the penthouse. There's rappelling gear going down to that point that also had, tire marks from Lydia, who admittedly does say, like, no, that was, like, 2 days ago, but that's actually more damning than, yeah, that's more damning than she realizes, because that aligns up with, like, everything that was happening 2 days before this actually went down. So yeah, that feels like one route there, which involves Lydia, Sam, Witness, and Yuri. I don't know if you'd count Crimson in that, because I feel like... Crimson's like Crimson feels like the loose cannon of this entire thing, where she's just like, I don't know, that sounds, you know, like, not really, like, on anyone's side. Like, I don't feel like Yuri would have said to her, hey, we're gonna try and kill the council, get information on the second seal, but rather just, like, manipulated her, or tried to manipulate her into, getting the info from KHX, but, Exactly. If there's a mystery, if there's some juicy information to get from there, that's all Crimson would really need as, motivation, and, I mean, Yuri gets something out of it as well. So, yeah. Oh god, that probably is it, isn't it? No! Shut up! Ah, yes. The Keyblade. Huh. That, I would be super curious what all of these actually are. Because... Okay. Because, like, I gotta admit, I looked at Akiko and I thought, wow, this is a character pulled out of, Indivisible. In terms of, like, the art direction of her design. Then there's, like, Ai's Kiwami, where I'm like... Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you've also got Kafka. Oh, God. Well, that's a pull. Jesus. Yeah, okay, sorry. I'm gonna try and, like, talk about my thought process beforehand, because, like, that'll help me contextualize things going forward. So, yes, there's one plan to murder the council that involves these four working together, I think. I'm gonna be honest, there was, like, some... I feel like there was some, implication that, like... Well, no, the whole thing about, Witness, The whole thing about Witness and Demonology was more surrounding, like, him potentially getting Henry worked up. How did they get through the first seal? How would they have gotten through the first seal? So we had a long talk with, I think it was Shinji of all people about it, where he was noting that, like, yeah, like, demons could get past this easy, but, like, I don't know if, like, even, or I don't know if other people would be able to get through it. And we're able to get through it, I think, because someone actually ended up undoing the lock. So whether or not that had to be set up, or, you know, was the case 2 days prior, or anything like that is up for question, I guess. But, so there's a second conspiracy going on, which centers Carmelina. Yeah, and I think it's... at the moment, I think it's just Carmelina. Well, obviously, there's Dino Nigate, is obviously part of it as well, but... so... She... ends up having a kid with Ai's Kiwami, so that gives Dino Nigate the blood to get into the council building. She took... she similarly took, flesh from, Crying Grudge, which gives her the ability to, merge it with Dino Nigate. Was she poking around about the second seal as well? Does she have some way of getting past the second seal? I don't actually remember, come to think of it. Where... Crime to end all crimes. Nothing for Carmelina. Oh, right, because that's not... Yeah. I've got one on the second Holy Seal, though. And also nothing on Carmelina. Oh. Wait, the second seal Labyrinth. Oh, so Henry would not have So, okay. Someone who is possessed by a demon would not need to know the pattern to get past the second seal. Yeah, okay. So I don't know. I can't remember what the first seal was. Apparently, like, unless it's in my case files, which it doesn't look like it is. Oh, right, unsorted. Blood chiller, prisoner transfer. No. Huh. Oh. Holy Seal. Oh, the Holy Seal Marshals, right. The first Holy Seal that protects the Council is made up of 2 high-ranking God Justice Marshals. Right, okay. Okay, so yeah. Regarding... Oh, yeah, so we found this information, I think, in the barracks. There was prisoners in the barracks that were moved out that were never returned to their cells. And there were 2 bodies found at the building that don't match the marshals. I don't think we've... Like, because this is still an unsorted evidence, we haven't directly tied that to that yet. But... Okay, fair enough. Yeah, okay, so... Let me reiterate the seals then, because clearly I was confused. The first one is the guards. The second one is the puzzle. The third one is the blood check, and the fourth one is the god check. So, well, yeah, that's the second seal, right? Yeah, exactly. So, everyone can get past the first seal, it's just getting past the guards. You can get in through the back. Whether or not both parties actually use that method is difficult to determine, but it's probably the easiest seal to circumvent. Unless you're literally cutting down the guards. Oh. Oh. Maybe Akiko just cut down the guards on the first... On the day of the incident to let Dino Nigate in? Okay, maybe Akiko is part of the second party then. Because I was thinking, like, okay, we have 2 plans to kill the Council. One involving Dino Nigate, one involving the Demon. So where does that leave Akiko? Because she was setting things up to make it look like Henry did it, which could have been useful to either party at the end of the day. She is, the motive for her is tied to, basically her marshals. She wants them to be more formally part of the syndicate so they don't get erased every cycle. And I think, consumed by perpetual grief. Is there some way she can end this cycle and get her troops to move between islands, which, changing leadership might kind of work with that. And considering Carmelina was the person put in charge of that, if Akiko and Carmelina both knew that and they agreed that they'd bring along the marshals or something like that, that would get Akiko in on it. That's entirely speculation, but considering the way things have turned out so far... Which is interesting, because if Akiko is specifically working with Carmelina, that gives Akiko potential access to the corridors, which means that she can zip around the island in nonsensical ways. Now, we do have, like, very specific setups for some of them, so it's not like you could just go wherever you want, but there was a lot... Oh, sorry, go on. Yeah, like, oh, there were actually more corridors, or corridors that were hidden, or... Yeah, no, it's just those three, which is... So, Witness's apartment, Carmelina's apartment, Oh, and actually, considering that Carmelina and Akiko are both involved in the suspicious, circumstances of Grace's death, like, maybe they are a bit more buddy-buddy on stuff like that. And granted, like, I don't think I have any evidence suggesting they were both in on it, but they were the only other two people there, and both of them seemed to think it was fine to just leave Grace with, Henry, as reported. But that is not what killed Grace. We have evidence to suggest that it was someone with a ring on their finger. Hold up. How long ago was, Grace killed? 10 years ago. She might have still been married to Kiwami, which would put a ring on her finger. And considering she had a kid with Aiz Kiwami, that would kind of line up. Wait, did Carmelina kill Grace? What the fuck? Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Now that I've had to sit down and think about a lot of this, I'm like, oh, good lord. A lot of this has a little bit more of, like, a potential theory connecting all of it now. Mm-hmm. Oh, sure. I guess, like, the reason I kind of stop and go, like, okay, hold on. Let's just get a handle on things is specifically for new information that's added that might actually contradict some stuff. Yeah, like, generally, I could go through it and just go, oh, that's interesting, so maybe this happened, but, like, especially when there's big, well, when I'm getting to the point that it very much seems like there's multiple, like, kind of, I guess, attempts on the Council's life, like, I think, okay, hold on. Let me map out what I think is happening based on all of this information, so that when more information comes up, I'm like, okay, does that fit? How can I make that fit? Does that contradict things, and how does that change it? Yeah, I tend not to like just flying through that, because I like... I just enjoy speculating, too. I can definitely get caught up a little bit too much in that, but, yeah, I appreciate the, nudge in that way. Yeah. And yeah, like, I could sit here and talk about, like, where I think things are at now for, like, a long time, but... Oh, I can't get out. Okay. Never mind, then. Yeah, okay. So I guess to summarize, then, there might actually be two parallel things going on. Akiko's actions are tied to, the goal of this... I'm even going to probably roll Henry into this, because I feel like, moving the demon into the penthouse is probably, like, enough of a, oh, whoops, uh-oh, how did that possibly happen, that, like, it's a bit harder to track down. Whereas, actively killing the Council that night, with no preparation, or at least no preparation in terms of setting up so that their death can be kind of remoted, like Witness did, with the, demon bit, requires a scapegoat, which would seem to suggest that the whole thing about framing Henry for that is in service to covering for Daino Nigate killing the Council in the same way. Which is why Akiko gives Henry the clean blade, but kills her own guards with her sword, because she needs the clean blade there to match with Daino Nigate's. Yes. Okay, I think that's a bit more complete now. So on one side, at least at the moment, in my mind, there are two parties. There's the Daybreaks, Witness and Yuri, and then there's Carmelina and Akiko. And they both had different plans to go through it. I guess, like, a little bit less speculation, but, one thing I did notice about some of the murders in the council building is that some of them were, like, clean slit throats, and others were just, like, people's heads being taken off. So... Yeah. Yeah, like, on one hand, there's, yes, slit throat. Very clean. And then there's cut, sternum to groin. Or, like, head partially cleaved off? Like, ugh. Okay. Yeah, sorry, but yes. Yeah, absolutely. Where, like, it's... But, uh-oh. Yeah. Fuck it. We're right next to Witness, I might as well talk to him. Hey. Carmelina was in your apartment all last night, right? What about when you stepped out to take a call? I didn't see her out on my balcony. I was over there. I stepped out using my sliding door. So if Carmelina had left by the front door, you wouldn't have seen her? I wouldn't. I also didn't hear the elevator, so if she did leave my apartment, she would only have been out... she would have only been out here. Also, we know she didn't leave the building because of the logs, so... Yeah, it ties her to this building specifically. Did you hear the elevator every time I have come to speak with you?
Holy masters.
Now that you present that question to me, I'm surprised to say that I didn't. I put it down to exhaustion. I haven't slept. Why are you asking? I'm working on a lead. Anyway. Oh, jeez, okay. Know anything about demons on the island? Demons?
Blasphemy!
I don't. They're a blight on our holy work, corrupting our righteous home. The marshals exterminated them all after they came to the island. There shouldn't be any left. I found the hidden bunker you've been using to study a killer demon in.
Surely this is a joke.
That is nonsense.
Is this a fact?
No, it
Or
isn't.
a truth?
It has a blood vial lock coded to yours and Carmelina's blood vials. Care to explain? Don't play games.
Of course not.
That is an old panic room that Carmelina installed on the island.
Of course not.
I'm not comfortable talking about the times I used to spend with her, but that was our own hideaway for a time. I don't know anything about illegal demonology studying in there. No demonology, just romanceology?
What?
What does that mean?
Got it.
I don't know. Sounded better in my head. Yeah. You need to workshop that a little more. Yeah, it's like, yeah, you're over-preparing them, and then you, like, actually say one of those lines, and you're like, oh, shit, that could have... Oh. Yeah! Oh, God. You dialed number 833-211-2ES-9116RD at midnight last night. That call was to a receiver attached to a lock on a crate which contained a killer demon that had been hidden in the council penthouse.
The gods are displeased.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Now, to be fair, he could have just been told to dial that number not knowing what it was. But then why the fuck did you call that number? Yep.
Paradise feels wrong.
Yes, you do. You unleashed that killer demon. No, I didn't. Someone is trying to frame
The
me.
facts and the truth
Bollocks.
are not the same.
Fuck yeah. Had to get a Britishism in there somewhere. Do you know anything about the Third Holy Seal? Holy Seals are kept secret on purpose. Yeah, alright.
The gods are watching us.
Okay, I'm going to take a quick break here, because it has been like an hour and a half and a bit. Okay, much to think about. I thought leaving last session that'd be the explosive thing, but no, you're absolutely right. This has been the cascade so far. Jesus. Yeah, I mentioned this last stream, but I'm going to mute the game, because unfortunately that has been a bit of a source of, the VoD getting muted, which is fine during a break. Yeah, I mean, it's whatever during a break, but at the same time, like, I don't want it to do that, and then suddenly, oops, the 5 minutes past that extended into conversation we had just before getting back to it, and yeah. It's a bit unfortunate. Yeah, and like to be absolutely clear, like I don't think this kind of stuff is like without like the copyright in general. Like besides like obvious abuse, like I completely 100% get why the protection is necessary, but like there's also yeah, there's also some just unfortunate casualties as a result of that, and I don't want my shit to be potentially fucked up because of that. Let's go with Midori Eyes. Ah! That's loud. I should have set this up before. Whoops. I think that should be fine. Yep, so that's going to be excluded from the VoD, because I actually work with the audio tracks now. Yeah, so, I'm gonna get some water and that, and, when we come back, oh boy, we got a lot of long conversations to have with people. See you soon. I'm back. Oh, I don't think I muted myself on Discord. Oh. Oh well. Hello. Ooh, where did... Oh, right. That's how I muted the sound. For a second I was like, wait, the music... I didn't actually mute anything on the game. Did I actually mute it? Wait, no, I can't hear anything. Okay. How did I do that? Okay, cool. Yeah, because that would have gone through, that would have gone through OBS as well. Yeah, this is one of the games where if you've tapped out or something, the audio falls out, so... That's good. I only needed to do that. Cool. So... Where to now? Yes. Yeah, you did mention that. That's back over here. Oh. Yeah. Yep. I find it's like... I feel like I'd be analyzing the physics of like the movement in a different game more closely, but the one thing that really strikes me is the way that like momentum is preserved outside of the dash. So if you jump and dash immediately, at the end of the dash you keep rising, for example. You can do some like there isn't necessarily bad ways to do that. It's just more like knowing kind of like how that impacts platforming in that. Okay, so I'm pretty sure these are the three things that were here, and we were... Why did this come up again? Because I know, yeah, this is probably not. That's a good question. Does my case file say anything about that? I found evidence that two citizen prisoners had been moved out of the barracks prison. The only people that have access to the barracks prison are the marshals. Akiko claims they were processed, then returned to their cells. There is no record of this. I don't believe I recall when that happened. That's a good question. So, I think what happened... So, the bodies are not the marshals. The two prisoners were moved to be either killed there and look like the marshals, so that it looked like Henry killed them. Or they were killed beforehand. But I think killing them here makes more sense because of all the blood and that, so... And they were moved, actually, I can... Someone told me that the guards were switched out. I think that would probably be who killed this, yep. Akiko's sword was damaged, Captain Volt is one of the marshals murdered last night. Akiko prevents Dr. Doom Jazz from examining the bodies. The dead marshal's blood doesn't match. Didn't someone tell me... Shit. I feel like someone told me it was before the murder happened. Like a day or something before. They were in the prison, right? No, you're right. Right. Shit, okay. That is not something I had thought about too much. Had been up there. I know there's the bit back here, but I think I've been pretty thorough covering this bit. Even though the door keeps closing for whatever reason. Yeah, the only interactable here is the ladder. Oh, right, I forgot about these. Beware, cosmic entities kept in the fucking... kept in these little electrical boxes. So yeah, there's out here, but I'm pretty sure this is related to moving the demon inside, because you've got the repelling gear there and the tire marks up there. So I think I can rule out this bit as being part of that. Did I find anything else up there? Good question. Examine the hatch. Maintenance hatch for the council
That's
building.
weird.
Looks like it has been opened. The anti-tamper seals are cut and the grate has been pried open. You need a thin tool to open
Got
this. There are scrape marks going into the access hole as
To
well.
investigate this.
Something manhandled through here. Sure. Oh. Sorry, I don't think I'm... Yep. Down where exactly? Oh. What the fuck is that? No, I have not.
The investigator is here.
Oh, god damn it. This knife is inscribed with "Always yours, Sammy baby." I joked about someone having an inscription on a fucking knife too. Oh god. You're stronger than God, Mina. It must belong to Lydia. Okay. There's no blood on it. Probably washed away in the last last high
I
tide.
need to investigate this.
Blade is damaged though. It has nicks along it. Shame. This is a nice knife once. That damaged grate is on the balcony right above here. Was the knife used to open it? Would probably make the most sense. Knife found outside the council building. The blade has some minor damage. There are nicks in it. "Always your Sammy baby" is etched on it. This must belong to Lydia, a possible murder weapon. If it was, the sea was washed away the blood. It's also a damaged blade, which could actually match the Martial Guards' wounds. The secured grate on the side of the council building looks like it has been forced open. The anti-tamper seals been cut, and the edges of the grate are scuffed, indicating it has been pried open. This opening would get someone in behind the Holy Seal Martial Guards. A good way to do a surprise attack. There are scrape marks here as well, like something was dragged through the access hole. Found Lydia's knife below it. It was the knife used to open it. Yeah, and that's that. So yeah, I guess you could... Ooh, fish. Yeah. And that has actually contextualized the great stuff into that now. Because, yeah, like, the tire marks aren't much to go on, but the thin blade thrown into the sea, from that balcony where the thing was pried open is a bit more of a concrete, thing. Ooh, what's that? No, don't. No!
Respawning.
Shit! What was that? Hold on. God. Lady Love Dies can survive in water unless entirely submerged.
Sure.
Someone's been littering. Or maybe not. This bottle has blood in it.
Analyzing.
Oh,
That's
God.
Strange.
There are traces of the blood of every member of the council in here. Okay. Wait, someone prepared... Well, I mean, I guess you'd have to get the blood into something to carry it to Henry.
Ah.
No fingerprints.
Oh, I'm glad to be back.
Weird and suspicious thing to find.
Sure.
Up above is the entrance to the council building, where Akiko allegedly found Henry after the murder. Judge said Henry was found with the blood of the victims in his stomach. If he is being framed, this is a good way of getting it into him. Someone do the murder, then take the blood from each victim, bottle it up, and force Henry to imbibe it? I mean, yeah. Why is that an alibi breaker for Henry? See? You did have the blood of them in you. You just put it into the bottle before... Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. Like, most of the alibi breakers I think of is, like, Crimson Acid and Doom Jazz have no alibis. No one can corroborate anything. Scarred bottle would chase the blood of everyone. Yeah. Found on the entrance of the council building near where Akiko alleges she found Henry after the murder. There are no fingerprints on it. If Henry is being framed, this could be where the blood is in his stomach came from. Yep. Mm-hmm. To the left. Okay, gotcha. Wait, to the left. Is it like inside the building, or? Oh, okay. Gotcha. Wait, that wasn't the first fountain, right? It's not up there, is it? The back side of the building. Like, just kind of walking along here. Oh. Pink window, that means I can interact with... Oh. Oh, no, there's a pink door. Oh! Okay. This is Aiz Kawami's apartment. The bio in Starlight for him says that he took his own life. Unheard of for a council member. Was he hiding something? Starlight vision.
Scene investigation.
Birth records. There are records of 2 births. The names are redacted. The births occurred a couple of years apart. The first one was 27 years ago. Okay.
That's weird.
What are tampered birth records doing in the apartment of a council member that took his own life? If I didn't know any better, I'd say this is a big stinking coup about something. There's 2 of them.
The investigator is here.
Who tampered with them? Whose children were being hidden? Henry was born 27 years ago. Does this give Henry... Well, I mean, I think we've already put that bit together. Does this have anything to do with Dino Nigante? Sorry, Dino Nigate, not Dino Nigante. Special Monster Hunter monster. I'm not familiar with it. Oh. Yeah. Fucking yogurt gate. Kiwami had 2 birth records that have been tampered with. It's likely Dino Nigate is one of them. Birth record found in Aiz Kiwami's apartment has been tampered with. The name is redacted. It occurred was 27 years ago. Henry was born 27 years ago. Does this mean... Yeah. Yeah, I think that's pretty conclusive. Like, we've, Oh... No, no, no. We confirmed somewhere else that, Henry's father was Ice Kiwami. Might have been from Henry himself? Okay. Yeah, this is the most platformy thing I've had to do for evidence so far. I was honestly thinking that this was, like, probably going to be reserved for collectibles, seeing as, like, it rarely kind of, turned into something worth noting. Okay. Can I get higher up? Hang on. Oh, okay. Doesn't look like... Oh, you know what I could do, actually? Is go back up. Why do you keep closing? Who is closing that door behind me? Yeah, it's just keeps walking around every time they go past. It's like, wait, I thought I closed this. Can't have anyone going up there. That's a hazard. So this is a little bit higher up. What happened? What? Where did my second jump go? Yeah, like I could kind of, at that height, kind of circle the building and see if there's anything there. Oh, right, that part is a bit too tall. Oh, actually, why am I... Oh my god. Put me in the drink. Why am I doing that when I can, crouch? I can crouch under those gaps and not, like, risk the jump instead. Ha. I made it back quick enough this time. Hadn't made his rounds yet. Joke's on you. Alright, so I should be able to... Oh, this is actually tall enough for me to... Huh. Last one didn't seem like it did. Don't exactly know what I'm looking for, but... And I can't really see underneath me, either. Which would be higher than where I was, but... That one will go. Okay. That's alright. No, that's all good. Okay. You can do that. Can I make a leap from out here? Yeah, I can. Goes over there, so I'm heading roughly in the right direction. Syndicate apartments, or Citizen? Okay, yeah, so a bit further down. So yeah, I guess would have been out towards this way? Because, yeah, okay, I'm in Citizen Apartments now. Okay. Let's get a bit higher so I can see. Oh. Maybe? I don't see any pink. I don't think I can. 2. Okay. Okay, yep. Yeah, I may have walked a bit too far. So, this is the path leading down into here. Yuri's down there. Maybe over here? Oh, this is in the Syndicate apartments. Maybe not. Hang on, let me get back up. Yeah, because I'm looking for something, like you were saying, like, kind of on the way here, I guess. Yeah, good idea. So that's the... And it, oh. No. Same generic shed. Oops. Because, yeah, I guess, just because of the way that some of this has been presented, I don't know if I would have questioned too much about what... Hold on. Accident almost jumped over the damn thing. Oh, worship, huh? Yeah, okay, yep. That's probably an important... Yep, and then... you... No. Wrong pyramid. Whoop. Yeah, well, there's some of them that I think I recognize the patterns easier for. For pyramids, for example, it's really easy to pick out the big, long things either side and the triangles. The ones I tend to struggle with a bit more are like, oh, here's the goat head, and here's the multiple kinds of goat heads and the multiple kinds of horns. Yeah, and some of the Cosmos ones where it's broken up the image into, like, here's a full circle, but then one is, like, half and the other two are quarters, and then you've got to find a star that kind of fits in there. Ooh. Looks like something or someone has been dragged through this shed. And this looks like human waste. Oh, okay, yeah, I was gonna say, that's either incredibly old blood or... Ugh. Yeah, a couple of days old at most.
Ooh, the investigator is here.
Akiko removed 2 prisoners from the barracks prison recently. Were they in this shed? Maintenance shed near the council building shows signs of drag marks and human waste. There aren't any footprints. Maybe whoever was in here was restrained. Is this where Akiko stored the 2 prisoners she removed from the barracks prison? Hey, Akiko? What the actual fuck? Like, like, okay, it's one, like, that is some horrendous fucking treatment. Like, and yeah, obviously I wouldn't expect much less from Akiko, to be completely honest, but also, like, yeah. Yeah. Yeah! Yeah, exactly. Like, these 2 are going to be kept... Oh, yeah, these 2 prisoners are going to be kept in this shed, literally, like, in their own feces, because I'm not going to move them at all. But, yeah, these people arbitrarily, because... Okay. Yikes. Yes. Yes, I have. I did search around the area. I found Yuri's ring. Actually, in fact, let's... Is that right? Let's... VoD ring, it was in his, fist. Yes, yeah. Yeah, all good. Yeah, like, before I found the speaker that was pointed at Henry's cell, I was wondering if, like, there was a was wondering if KHX's murder was related to kicking off the events with Henry. But no, it appears like you didn't have to actively murder someone to get the demon in Henry to hear the psychic screams, etc., etc. You can just pipe that directly to him with an audio sniper rifle. Which is... Yeah, like, a cone or, like, a column of sound so thin that it could only be heard by a person it's directly in front of. Like, yeah, that's wild. Yeah. Yes. So I've got that. Definitely got some people I can go and question, that's for sure. Who do I want to talk to first? You know what? I probably won't get anything out of Crimson, but, probably worth a shot, because damn it. She might have some random info. Granted, like, most of that I needed to purchase, but, like, when I've been talking to her about random other subjects, she has brought up interesting things, so...
Relic obtained.
Ill-fated pleading letter. A mother pleads for mercy, her son transgressed, love between the syndicate and citizens is expressly forbidden. Yep. Nope. Not at all. Yeah, pretty much. I feel like the double jump and the dash has enabled me to, like, move through this area more efficiently, but also in, like, the least elegant way possible. Exactly. Oh, that's the thing right there. Okay. What gossip have we got, Acid? I hope there's something. Oh, there's probably not going to be much here. Ooh, never mind. Do you know anything about the third holy seal?
Good work.
I know that it'll cost you. Oh,
Thank
of
you.
course. Nice doing business with you. It's a blood block.
That's weird.
How do you know that?
Don't be coy.
I had my ways. Someone let it slip.
The investigator is here.
Who? Ice Kiwami. Yeah, of course. What made him tell you? That will always be my
The
secret.
investigator is here.
Who else knows? Who can say? May the gods carry him through the cosmos, but he was easy to manipulate. He had a weakness for women and easily gave into cosmic fear. Who knows who talks to who on this island? Who knows what secret meetings happen in quiet rooms? Who knows what gets said when someone has the fear of the gods put into them? Well, I'd bet if you would know.
I don't like this.
Well, that narrows it down. Do you know anything about how the council entered the penthouse? If I knew the secrets of the seals, we wouldn't be doing this dance. I don't mean the seals. I mean, how do they go in and out frequently? Are they in there every day? The penthouse is reserved for special business. It takes a lot to get the council in there. Big building to be hardly ever used. Montserrat loves his concrete. He wanted something large and imposing. Something to reach to the heavens without the audacity of Babylon. Why not build it on the mountain if he wants to reach to the heavens? The mountain is reserved for holy grounds. A temple is carved into it. You don't argue with the High Priestess. Anyway, Montserrat decided that the council would only enter the penthouse together. His paranoia was growing unabated. Did you know he always carried a gun? The old Montserrat never used to do that. So it would be weird if I have evidence of a council member entering by themselves 2 days before the murder.
What?
If a when you manage to shock Crimson Acid, that's. I'm sorry. Could you repeat that? Yeah. Please, more detail. If a council member did, they'd be going directly against our leader. Risky move. None of us are privy to everything that happens with the council, so I can't say for sure. I haven't heard anything about council members disobeying him, though. If that's the evidence you've got, something is definitely suspicious. Got any product that relates to Henry's father? Digging in the past, lady. Is there truth in the mists of time? Investigator investigates. The third holy seal is a bloodlock that requires council blood. I need to know where Henry got that blood from. Henry's father is an odd one, isn't it? The Syndicate control this island. The citizens monitored like cattle. This slipped through, though.
Business is business.
I've been trying to find out the answer myself. Don't like unknowns.
Nice doing business with you.
I haven't got much, but I do have something to sell. It's probably not
Ew.
going to tell me more than I do know, but... I've got records of some private financial transactions between Rena Division and Aiz Kiwami. Oh, Rena Division, which is Henry's mother.
Sure.
What kind of transactions? Aiz was giving her money. Henry was born 27 years ago, right? These transactions date back to 27 years and 5 months ago. And? I thought you were an investigator. Why would a powerful council member be giving personal money in secretive transactions to a female citizen 5 months before her only child was born?
What the hell?
Oh. Who could modify birth records on the island? What kind of modification? Redactions. Scrub the identifiers. Doom Jazz is the one that fills in and signs off on birth records. If it was done at the time, it would have been him.
Who knows?
Have you got redacted records? Jealous. Curious how you have them and I don't. I poked around in an apartment.
Honey.
Don't be coy. If you want help, tell me more. Aiz Kiwami. Well, there's the link. Him and Doomjazz are tighter than tight. If Aiz put his dick where he shouldn't have and needed to hide it, Doomjazz could have helped. Yeah. Is there a way I can prove who tampered with records? Not likely. Why did Aiz take his own life?
I have my ways.
That's a... I was gonna say that's a random tangent, but... I see your train of thought.
Secrets breed mysteries.
We don't know. He jumped from the roof of the HQ. Foul play? No, there were witnesses.
Sure.
Surely you have some suspicions.
Don't be coy.
I think he made some mistakes and realized how much trouble he was going to be in. I think he had let too many secrets slip and been in too many people. There are only so many indiscretions you can hide. If you want some free advice, don't talk to Doomjazz about this. He owed Aiz his life, and he won't appreciate you prying.
Got it.
And I have a job to do. I know, that's just advice. The date of 5 months before. Yeah. Island demons. Crimson, you got the inside track on demons on the island? You mean Shinji?
Sure.
Let's start with Shinji. Well, he's a little asshole, but he's harmless. You've met him? Why hasn't he been captured? He's weak. He has to choose when and where to physically manifest himself, so he avoided capture. You've not reported him. He's helped me with a few things. He's seen things I haven't. The island's going to end. He's too weak to do anything, so what's the harm? Could he have killed the council?
Thank you.
No way. He has limits. He can barely hold physical objects. His weak and astral body conflicts with our reality. What about other demons?
Careful.
On the island? Well, I assumed the marshals got them all after the Henry incident. So you're not aware of any other demons on the island that might have got into the council penthouse last night and redecorated in a nice shade of viscera? What do you know about secret demonology labs? You mean the one in the dead zone coded to Witness and Carmelina's blood vials? Good work, lady. I've been in it, but I don't know how to keep... I don't know how it was kept a secret. I think it was an old panic room Carmelina designed into the island. Never been in there, but I realized Witness was up to something a while back. He managed to keep it a secret from everyone else, but I have ways of finding things out. Why did he start down this dark path? Witness wants to understand why Paradise fails. The fail point is demonic corruption. It rots the island and causes the end of a paradise. I need to find out more. Witness was secretly studying demonology. I think we already knew that as well. Well, yeah, Yeah. So, no, I thought that was neat decoration, really. Demons are fascinating, really. No, like, I seem to recall, like, Witness in particular being pretty, being spoken about as, like, prying a lot about, like, demons, about the construction of islands, yeah, or at the very least not being very coy or sly about the things he was actually trying to get info on. Yeah. Yeah. So, demons, huh? Whew. Wish I knew more about them. Takes a drink. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we got a little bit out of, Crimson. Actually, you know what? I should probably go quickly get stonewalled by these two. Yeah. Well, Henry's definitely not going to know anything. Akiko might put up some resistance or provide other evidence, but, like, both of them are just going to be like, absolutely not. Like, I feel like unless I somehow convinced Akiko that, like, whatever she was doing is ultimately going to hurt her, she's just going to be refusing to kind of play ball. Which makes me, and then my mind drifts back to the whole Grace thing, and I think I got the implication that someone other than Henry had strangled Grace from, or more confirmation from it from Doomjazz, because he talked about how, well, the markings should all be equivalent because your entire hand is on that person's throat, but there's clearly like an indentation indicating a wedding ring. It's probably not Henry again because of the sigil thing, so.
Grand Marshal Akiko 14.
Grace. Well, do I know that actually? Well, like, Grace had a kid with eyes, but... Yeah. Am I just forgetting who it was? If it's not Carmelina? Well, I guess, like, I don't recall if we do actually have any evidence suggesting that. Not that that means it can't be her, but it's more like, like, what do I know? Like, I don't think, well, Akiko's, like, sleeping with the marshals, so, like, I don't think she's married, because that would probably be like, the Syndicate would probably find that a problem. Crimson Acid has rings, but I don't think she's married. Yeah. Hi, Charles. Yes, Dr. Doomjazz is a fuckboy, absolutely not married. Oh. Hold on. Are these two married? Yeah, like that. Yeah, that would be like kind of out of the blue. But it would. But they were also assassins, and the whole suspicious thing that happened with Grace was that both Carmelina and Akiko were absent whilst Grace was killed. So, like, that doesn't mean, like, that doesn't mean it was... Well, the implication, I think, is more that it was probably Carmelina, because we know she was there, and Akiko is being coy about why exactly she left the room. And supposedly Carmelina was the one that got her out of there, so... Pretty sure Witness... Was Witness ever married? I don't think that came up. I'd be surprised if Yuri was. I feel like the only people he probably marries is someone on the Syndicate or the Council, and that would have come up at this point. Yeah, I didn't actually think about these two, actually, because they are assassins, and... Yeah. I guess I went back to Carmelina or Akiko because, yeah. And I think we noted that it couldn't have been Akiko because the gauntlets would leave, like, a distinct mark, and Doomjazz kind of ruled that out. Okay. When you found Henry, did you see a bloody bottle lying around? What bottle? There wasn't any bottle. Why are you wasting time?
The facts and the truth are not the same.
You saw nothing to suggest the blood in Henry's stomach had been administered artificially. Of course not. Stop dragging this out with stupid theories. Did you experience a comms blackout last night from the reality-folding drive burst? No, I didn't, Nenorochito. Cool. Do you know anything about the Third Holy Seal? I know Henry went through it and killed the council. God. Like, and that's why I appreciate Henry, like, because mostly he's just fuck off, and every now and then he'll be like, oh yeah, no, I know loads about that. I know loads about demons. I know I'm possessed by one. I know they exist. I know they're angry all the time. What the fuck do you want from me? Like, he'll go a roundabout way of telling me to go and fuck myself. Know anything about demons on the island?
That's a lie, Nenorochito.
We exterminated them. Cool. Let's hang out, Akiko. You're going to... Fuck, I forgot that was her lead into this. Humor me.
Got it.
Do you do anything outside of soldiering? Why are you so interested to know? Well, part of the Syndicate. I'm trying to establish a friendship.
I'm a soldier.
Why would I want to have a friendship with a... Dobito... See, I'm almost certain that's also, like, oh my god. Romanian? But that also, like, the C-U-L-E at the end makes me think it's, like, an obscure, like, scientific phrase or something like that. Anyway. Why would I want to have a friendship with you? Well, friendship. Friends and relationships expand our worldview. They can provide comfort and support.
Got it.
Just tell me something about yourself. Do you have a pet? Pet? Fine. 2 goldfish. There we go. We're getting somewhere. Names. What are their names? I'm not telling you that. I can't tell you that. You know all my passwords.
What the
I'll
hell?
be sincere. What drew you to fish? Did you have them as a kid? In the barracks. Just after I was taken in by the New Knight Army. I looked after them while I adjusted to military life.
The investigator is here.
Do you miss those days? War is no place for children, Prost. I did what I had to do. What about... That's it. I'm done. No more. Goodbye. Oh, here we go.
Oh.
Is there something else, Akiko? No, it's nothing. Seemed like you had something you wanted to say earlier.
You need to back off.
It was nothing.
Got it.
Spit it out. We're both busy. Do you know something about someone on the island?
You're trying to find the wrong truth.
Ooh. Fine. It's about Crimson.
Nanny, the hell?
What about her? She came to me in secret to ask about becoming a marshal. Ah, there it is. Yeah, we got some information that Crimson was possibly looking to get back into the army because she's kind of tired of being an idol. Which is like the one scant shred of motive she could have, like by destabilizing things and ensuring that things continue on and there are demons to fight. That, yeah, she manages to get back to that life, as it were. Don't give this information up lightly, Nenorochito.
Soldiers of honor.
She used to be a fine soldier. She was blessed by the gods for her role in repelling the 19th Island invasion.
I'm a soldier.
I'm the only syndicate member allowed to be a marshal. There's nothing I could do for her. Why are you telling me this? Henry is your only suspect.
Do you want to die?
Henry did it, no doubt. I'm just telling you that there may be someone that would benefit from him doing it. Yeah, it's... No, but you see that... I'm not backpedaling. I'm not backpedaling. I'm not... No, that... Yeah, the case on Henry is completely fine. It was absolutely him. It had to be him. Otherwise, like, everyone else on the island might be... No. I'll look into it. Thank you, Akiko. I actually got something useful out of her. Because, yeah, most of her testimony is just, it was Henry. It was Henry. It was Henry. It was Henry. Also, no. Whatever other theory you have, no. Crimson has approached Akiko in secret to ask about becoming a marshal. Is she trying to force the Syndicate's hand by creating a state of terror? I feel like the implication of that is... Well, I wouldn't have called that state of terror, but it is kind of perpetuating the shit that is going on, ultimately.
Henry Division.
Alright. This'll go well. Did you experience a comms blackout last night from the reality folding drive burst? What do you think? Oh, wow, that was surprisingly to the point. Well, sorry, not surprisingly to the point. Surprisingly less insulting. I found a forbidden tome about demonology in your apartment. What are you doing with it?
Not a fucking thing!
Are you for fucking real? Is this one big fucking joke? What the fuck do you think I was doing with it? Propping up a table? I was doing some fucking fucking demon fucking-ology.
Sure.
Phrasing. Who gave it to you? A stranger? We went through this already.
Don't test me.
Is this where your memory fails you? Don't get cute. Yeah, hey, LD, I don't think you should be making memory jokes to the guy who literally has amnesia about a bunch of this shit. Did you go through the bloodlock in the council building? What does the one in the armor say? Akiko? That you killed the council, so you went through all the holy seals. There you go, then. No memory. Uh-huh.
Ooh, the investigator is here.
I found your blood on the lock. That puts you at the scene.
What a fucking surprise!
Then why are you asking me? Do you know anything about your father? What do you think? He wasn't around when I was born. Did your mother know him?
The demon wants to see this island scorched into nothing.
I think so. She never talked about him. I think she loved him. She was scared of talking about him. Find my father. Oh. Henry, do you know the name Ais Kiwami? Never heard of him. See my dad? Looks like it. Is he a good man?
Sorry.
He, took his own life a few years ago. Sorry.
Are you fucking kidding me?
LD, I don't... What kind of life did my father leave? Well, he killed himself. It's like, what? What? Jesus! Fucking tact, please. Fucking... You know what? Yeah, okay. That probably tracks.
My mind is like a desert covered in fog.
At least he doesn't know what his son did. Allegedly did.
What a fucking surprise.
What fucking ever. Know anything about demons on the island? Besides me? Hey, Henry?
Whatever you fucking say.
What? Why is he... I don't think he's usually in that position on the screen either. No. Let's talk, Henry.
What a fucking surprise.
What the fuck is up with the slaughter ritual? Citizens don't get to go to the next island, so a ritual takes place where the citizens are sacrificed to the gods. The temple becomes awash with blood, and the psychic energy of the deaths is directed to the gods by the High Priestess.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Don't you think that is really fucked up? I mean, yeah. It's the worst part of this whole thing. Perfect 25 should end it. No more dead islands.
Whatever you fucking say.
But a big fucking load of kidnapped citizens, though, right? Sounds real perfect.
Whatever you fucking say.
Whatever. Don't think I've gotten anything extra out of him. But yeah, like... Oh, God. That... There's some frustrating political conversations happening in Australia at the moment, and I feel like that's a big, like, that is a big demonstration of something that really annoys me about certain conversations. Where, like, one person will be like, yeah, look, the fucked up shit is happening, okay, we both agree that's the case, right? But, like, we just need to wait it out a bit more, and then we don't need to do the fucked up thing, and it's like, or we could stop doing it now. Like, just don't do the thing we both agree is fucked up? Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It feels like the same kind of thing that happened, a conversation that started up, around the time Mr. Beast was doing that thing, with, like, curing people of their blindness, and it's like, okay, cool. Someone donated a lot of money to make sure that there were, make sure people with easily curable blindness could get cured. Awesome. Why couldn't they be easily cured of the thing that is easily curable again? Oh, money? Yeah. And it's just really frustrating that, like, a lot of people will look at that as like, oh, but no, but they ended up doing the good thing. It's like, the good thing wouldn't have needed to happen if the very reason this person is in the position to do that wasn't in the position to do that. Like, yeah, super fucking frustrating. And it is a weird feeling to be in this position in the game where you are with a character who you can make to speak these things that are, like, in agreement with someone like Henry, who is looking at this whole situation from the position of a citizen going, what, this is utterly fucking detestable. Why is anyone going along with this? And having your character basically say, yeah, that is fucked up. Anyway, I'm gonna try and, like, solve the murder of the status quo basically being fucking murdered. 'Cause, yeah, we can't have that. Exactly. I found your knife outside the penthouse.
What?
What knife? It's a combat knife that's engraved with a message from Sam. You found my knife. I've been looking for that for ages. It disappeared a while ago. Disappeared.
It's
Yeah,
complicated.
I couldn't find it one day. Like it just up and vanished.
That's strange.
Uh-huh. Do many things vanish around here? Or is it just your knife that mysteriously vanished and then appeared outside a crime scene?
Come on, LD.
Come on, LD. You never lost something before? Do you know why the blade is damaged?
I'm messing with you.
Not much need for combat for a combat blade on this island, so it just became a tool. Pop the cap off a beer bottle, tighten the axle nut on the car. You know. Can I have it back? It's sentimental.
I don't like this.
Afraid not, Lydia. This is evidence. Do you know anything about the open grate on the council building? Grate?
The investigator is here.
A maintenance hatch. It's been cut open with something, and something dragged through it.
Come on, LD.
Not sure why you'd think I'd know anything about that. Oh, actually, I want to hear this. I've got a scenario in my head that you fit into.
If you can prove it, sure.
Does that scenario include proof?
I'm glad to be back.
That's what we'll find out in the trials. Oh. Oh, I kind of wanted... I was interested if she was actually going to lay out something there to kind of prompt Lydia to refute it, but... It does feel... Yeah, that's true. Because it does feel like more and more people are just referring to... Or, sorry, LD is more and more referencing just like, oh, I guess we'll see at the trial. So, like, I am curious how that is going to work, because... Yeah, there's just so much here, and, like, what's the question ultimately going to be? Who is responsible? Because, like, we've got, like, at the moment, it looks like we've got 2 parallel conspiracies to do the exact same thing, with varied or similar success compared to one another, and, like, because, like, in that situation, it's just, like, who's guilty? Everyone. Like, yeah, actually, exactly. It's just, yeah, so who's the culprit? It's like, that's a loaded question even of itself, which I think is going to be, yeah, well, and I think that's probably going to be something that, I hope that's something that comes up in the trial, because Judge has very much presented, and Akiko as well, has presented this in a, we need to find the culprit to punish, basically. But, like, this entire thing is born of, like, really big issues, both on a fundamental systemic basis, and also because of the, kind of, like, power struggle adjacent kind of things happening in amongst the syndicate itself. And like, finding the culprit is the least important thing, I think, in that. Or, like, finding a culprit that can be, like, essentially executed feels like it's missing the forest for the trees, if that makes sense. Yeah. The knife I found outside it's extra. This must belong to Lydia. If it was, the sea has washed away any blood. Lydia claims that the knife disappeared one day. Sure. I love even the evidence is like, yeah, okay. Sure, that's what happened. Do you know anything about the Third Holy Seal? Can't help you, LD. It's all a secret. Of course. Know anything about demons on the island? Not a thing, LD. Did the marshals kill them all during the Henry incident? I wish more random people would just mention, oh yeah, there's this blue demon that's been hanging around, but I don't think they've been doing anything. It's kind of whatever. Yeah, really. Let's go for a drive, LD. Think you could ever go back to the old life? You mean being an assassin? You asking because of the case? Yeah. I have to know. Things changed while I was away. Shouldn't have to ask, LD. Told you that life is gone. What happened to us? We'd never have asked that in the old days. The world turns, Lydia. Everyone is a suspect. Whatever. We're done. Ooh. Wow, that was... Huh. That was maxing it out, huh? Oof. What? Oh, God. I have so many feelings about that, actually. Like... because Lydia is the first person you kind of encounter in the game, and like it's clear that LD and her have a rapport. For them to like kind of like ostensibly talk for a while during the investigation, and then Lydia is just like, okay, this conversation is over, in like a very, especially like contextualized within this like sort of relationship building mechanic for other characters where you're genuinely learning more about them, and you know, you gain some information here and there. To have one of those with probably the closest character to the player character just kind of go like to cut off essentially that conversation continuing is that's a choice. Not bad, to be clear, but I think that's an interesting thing to point. I think that's an interesting way to do that. Oh, sorry, no. It's an interesting emotional beat to hit in this situation where you are legitimately starting to suspect everyone. For Lydia to hear that and go, well, yeah, this is done, is, oof. It's very dissolution of a friendship kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, exactly. So to have like one of the friendliest characters in the game kind of like grow very cold towards you is like, oh yeah, this is not isolated to the this kind of thing happening is not isolated to the characters that already dislike you. Like, yeah. Well, yeah, especially when, like, it really looks like the entire fucking island was in on it. Ugh. Did you experience a comms blackout last night? From the reality folding drive burst? Lydia couldn't contact Yuri for a while. Was that because of a blackout? That's what I'm trying to find out. Okay, yeah, nothing there. Oh, yeah. Any idea why Lydia's knife was outside the penthouse? No idea, LD. You sure it's hers?
I don't like this.
It has an engraving from you. Well, that is her knife. No idea why you found it there, though. Have you asked her about it? I also like, there's also different degrees of guarded, too. Because I feel like for Akiko, for people like Akiko, it's just like, why would you question me? Fuck off. Where... Yeah, yeah, exactly. Because, like, you know, I'm a bit more suspicious of Sammy and Eldine. Sorry, Sammy and, Lydia now. Well, I guess Lydia could be LDD, but... but Sammy's defensiveness definitely felt more like, no, I'm not gonna draw suspicion to the two of us, even if it is innocuous. There was a particular moment that struck me as very different and distinct from everyone else, where they're like, no, I couldn't possibly be involved, to more like, I am actively going to lie to you about something that's not, or in isolation is absolutely not a problem, but it's going to cast aspersions on the two of us, and I'm not going to allow that. Because I care about myself and Lydia's well-being. Accuse? Oh, okay. Hold on. What do you know about the Third Holy Seal, Sam? I don't know a thing. All of the seals are mysteries, aren't they?
Crime cannot hide.
Know anything about an unauthorized distillery in the Dead Zone?
What?
Ah. The Dead Zone has an aura. The structure of the islands is corrupted there. Gives whiskey a unique taste. Wait a minute! Sam! The thing that is literally breaking down reality in the Dead Zone is not something to irradiate your whiskey with. That's it's true. And when you've brewed whiskey as long as he has, he's probably looking over there like, I wonder. Yeah. Yeah. What? Yeah. What if I used opened the box? Like, fuck's the worst that could happen? Yeah. I really like concepts and characters like that. It's one thing that's always been really fun about the ghouls in Fallout, where like a lot of them have like lived for centuries and essentially lived different lives. So like you come across a couple of them, and like one of them can become a companion. I can't remember what his initial job is, but he just used to be a cowboy and is like unironically one of the most powerful companions you can have because he's just that good with a gun. There's ghouls that talk about like their previous lives and how they kind of shuffle about and stuff like that. I feel like there's an emphasis on like how that can be maddening, which I do think is like obviously has a lot to work with in terms of like you know, characters like some in 14, for example, or you know, Akane even, who is effectively immortal in a very distinct way. But, like, there's often a big examination onto how that affects you on an existential level. Whereas... yes. But the interesting thing here is that often what's not examined is how that works on just, like, a personal level. And not even, like, a viewpoint level, but just, like, this kind of shit, where it's just, like... Well, yeah, what am I gonna do? Not take the opportunity to brew whiskey in this place that's, like, irradiated with, like, something that's, like, breaking down reality? Fuck it, I'll find out what that's like. Surely the whiskey is tainted as well. It's quad-filtered. The flavor is there, but the taint is removed. It's clean. You should try some. I know it's illegal, but how many times do you get to have whiskey blended in demonic hot zone? Yeah, literally! I needed to know. You understand, right? I found a chiller containing a blood vial at your little distillery.
Is this a joke, Aldi?
What? What chiller? Don't test me.
Sure.
Why is the label scratched off? That's not my business, is it? That vial came from Doom Jazz, didn't it? You want it? The doctor. It's for my prescription. You fucking what? Oh, wow, that was a... Yeah, a doctor gave me something. It was for my prescription. Blood? What are you, a vampire? No, I can't make that joke. I just remembered I have a fucking mission from one of the ghosts on the beach that's, saying they were killed by a vampire. I can't make that joke. Oh. Know anything about demons on the island? Oh, there shouldn't be any demons on the island, should there? Cool.
Fancy a drink? Fancy a drink?
Is the night alone okay again? Neat this time? Whatever you recommend. The ice ball you had last time allowed you to savor it for longer, but it was chilled. The colder the drink, the less you can taste it. Also, like, it's not stated that this is the reason why he knows so much about it, but I do like the idea that, like, them being immortal means they get to really, really drill down into an interest, like, to the point that Sam has, like, a, like, chemistry-level understanding to an absurd degree of how alcohol, ice in alcohol, mixing drinks and stuff like that actually works. Like, what if you just had infinite time to master a thing? Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, and it's funny because he kind of relates the two, like working as a bartender and working as an assassin, in terms of the way he has to think about the situation. How does the person in front of me feel? Gauging whether or not a person is willing to talk, all that kind of stuff, and how that kind of just naturally led into this, what is, in isolation, seems like two very, very odd professions to connect. Yeah. Really good character. The colder the drink, the less you can taste it. I hope you'll enjoy the pure taste of this blend. It's delicious. What are you blending on this island? Night Alone and the Vortex blend. Maybe you can try it next time. No single malts?
Fancy a drink?
Blended whiskey requires a fusion of single malts, but on this island I have focused on serving blended instead of single malts. It is important to practice all areas of your repertoire, isn't it? I'm more interested in him, honestly. What's your go-to style?
My unique blend.
I've always favored spiced and smoky overtones. Toffee, vanilla, and orange make slightly sweet notes come through, don't they? I appreciate the more floral whiskies, but they have never excited me as much as the deeper complexities of spices.
Got it.
What about the next island? It is important to breathe the new island in, learn about it, and craft a drink that can only be born on that island. The islands give the drink so much character, don't they? If we make it to the next island... Gotta go, Sam. I'll catch you later. Fuck. He thinks about approaching... sorry, this is a really, like, weird tangent to go on. But the way he goes about thinking about what alcohol he's going to make is much in a similar way to thinking about how I write some original characters. Like, when I started playing WoW, for example, you know, I made a character and I started playing it for a fair while, and, like, around the same time I'd gotten into writing a bit more, and I was just like, can I write a story for this character that makes sense with when I actually joined the game? Because, you know, it's had expansions and stuff like that. Like, what was this character doing before they, ended up on the front lines and stuff like that? And I had a lot of fun with doing that. Same with, like, 14 to some degree, although I kind of ended up doing, like, a bit more of a continuous thing that they were always there because, well, always in 2.0, they were doing other stuff before the Calamity. But, like, yeah, it's just like, you're in this situation. Would I think about doing this thing I do a lot differently just because of the circumstances I'm in? And that very much does feel like the kind of, again, coming back to the immortality thing, like, just finding some inspiration from anywhere possible. Like, oh, this island was constructed in a different way. Would I actually think about these drinks I've been making in a different way? Like, what comes to mind actually that complements the island, that might contrast the island? Like, fuck. I'm liking Sammy more and more every time I talk to him. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Over centuries, potentially millennia. Also, gotta love the poster of him and his wife just visible. Yes, yeah. Oh, right, I didn't read that line, but he's got something else.
Sure.
Do you have something you want to tell the investigator?
I am under suspicion, Aldi.
I'm sorry, I wasn't truthful. I was holding that flesh for someone. That is an original, Sammy. Why do you have god flesh? Also, I don't know why it's capitalized like that. It sounds like a brand, but we're talking about ripping the flesh off of a real god. Yeah.
Is this a joke, LD?
I was asked to store it for someone. It was Witness.
Sure.
Why did Witness ask you to store that flesh? He came to me and said he needed it to be stored. He didn't tell me anything else. And you just accepted it without question. I didn't know what it was, did I? You just gave me a box and said it needs to be kept a secret. For the good of the Syndicate, wasn't it?
Don't test me.
Didn't it strike you as suspicious? Witness is an old friend. You'd do anything for old friends, wouldn't you? Oh, good, they've got a history together as well.
Is this a fact?
This is suspicious as hell, Sammy.
I am under suspicion, LD.
It's the truth, isn't it? I have no idea. Sam told me that the god flesh he had in his safe was being stored for Witness, who said it was for the good of the Syndicate. Sam claims to not know it was... well, not know what it was when he was given it. Did we end up finding the flesh that was used by this group of people? I don't think we did. Well, a piece of flesh was. But I think Crying Grudge mentioned that 2 people had taken flesh from him. Carmelina and Witness. Well, the architect and the masked one, I think, was his phrasing. So, we know the flesh that was grafted to Dino Nigate. Oh my god, I'm gonna call him a Monster Hunter monster forever now. Yeah. Yeah, Dino Nigante. Yeah, but I don't... Did we actually pick up that... Oh, I can't move my mouse because of the thing. Okay, that was just the same piece of evidence. Did we actually... I feel like we actually ended up with the god flesh. Or at least I assumed we had? They're all red crests. Blood vials. Oh, maybe we didn't. So why were we just able to get into the... Yeah, is that unaccounted for then? I thought the reason we could actually enter that part of the building was because we actually had the flesh. But I guess I could be wrong about that. Because I'd expect it to be key items. Okay, so there's potentially a piece of flesh unaccounted for? Although we're talking about the piece of flesh like we knew where it was and found it there. I guess there's also a question of, do you actually have to have it fused with yourself? And in that case, we don't know who it was fused to. Do I have any suspicion as to who that might be? I mean, it could be Witness. I think it'd be hard to not notice flesh grafted to Sammy, personally. Okay. Yeah, that's one of those things where, like, I feel like I've formed a thing in my mind, and then I'm like, hang on a minute, why did I reach that conclusion again? And I can't expect the game to, like, chronicle, like, every single piece of dialogue related to, like, a single piece of evidence, but... let's have a look. Potential leads, or... Shinji said this helmet was dumped behind a planter near the entrance to the second seal. Have I not looked behind a planter next to the second seal? I guess that's possible. Oh yeah, One Last Kiss said I need to search behind contrivances. Did someone hide something behind a mechanism or function of the island? Which is like a very broad thing. I don't think I've had much evidence regarding. There was an empty blood vial in Sam's chiller. It had a K on it. I suspect going back and talking to Doom Jazz might be good. Might get me more about that now that Sammy... Yeah, Sammy added a note when he mentioned that Doom Jazz gave it to him, so maybe I can go and talk to him about that. Thistle's blood like the island's doctor. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, okay. Yeah. So, multiple of those are pointed to Doom Jazz, so that seems like a, good, place to go next. But before we do that, I think we'll take a quick break again. Okay, of course. Do you want to stick around for me talking to Doom Jazz? Because I can do that right now. Okay, yeah. Then I'll take a break after that, and yeah. Yeah, I don't want to keep you, but at the same time, like... I don't know, I feel like that conversation might yield something, and I might have, like, things to think about regarding that, but... Yeah. Also, you're absolutely right, Doom Jazz is, like, massive fuckboy. I was... Oh, Jesus.
Freeze warning.
Yeah, unfortunately that accent does something for me, but regardless, like, it was also just kind of, strange how... Wait a minute, have I never... Wait a fucking... Oh my god, I just noticed this was pink. Shit, hold on a second, oh god. Alright, let's try and go through this quickly. This looks long, detailed, and boring. Nice. Doom Jazz always gets the best bottles. If you do spend the night with him, you at least get a nice glass of wine out of it. Several, really. Photo of Grand Marshal Akiko. Okay. Power tools. Looks like Doom Jazz does his own maintenance on his arms, despite them being made by Masahiro Heavy Industries. Oh, that's interesting.
That's weird.
Does Doom Jazz hold a candle for Akiko? Yeah.
Got it.
Always thought he was love him, leave him type. No, actually, the read I got on him is, yeah, he is a fuckboy, but it feels like he crushes hard. Like, hard, like, and randomly, too. But, yeah, anyway. Hey, bud. Oh, shit, okay. What's with the photo of Akiko in your boat?
I'm a professional.
None of your business, investigator. But
I'm a professional.
I said none of your business. Leave it. Cool. Yeah, no, really. No, Oh, wow. That's airtight. Shit. Can't say I did. They're pretty unusual. Okay, here we go. Doc, the third seal is a blood lock coded to the Council blood.
Theoretically?
Makes sense.
The investigator is here.
Who's got Council blood?
The island is about to end.
Is this a trick question, Love Dice? Only the Council? What if it wasn't true?
That's unusual.
You're asking if someone secretly has Council blood? That's a stretch, Love Dice. What about you? Do you keep samples of Council blood? I do for medical reasons. They're locked down, though. Could someone have taken one?
I see.
They're under high security.
The investigator is here.
Anything suspicious recently? Nope. Anyone been in your clinic who shouldn't be in there recently?
Investigator.
Nope. Although I did catch Sam in there. He was just picking up his prescription, though. Ah, yes, the prescription. That was the blood sample. Very normal. Can you check that the Council blood samples are all accounted for? Let me just pull up the inventory on my phone. Sorry, the app has taken ages to load. Oh, that's too real. Oh, come on, man. I'm a software engineer. You can't do that to me.
I see.
It's like sitting in a demo, just like waiting for a thing to load. You're like, sorry, give me a second. You just sit there awkwardly. Yeah, very similar energy. That's odd. There's one missing, but the security alarm didn't go off. Whose sample is missing? Kafka Memories.
Ooh, the investigator is here.
There's an anomaly with Kafka's login to the Bloodlock.
Huh?
This is bad, Love Days.
Don't test me.
You don't need to tell me. This puts you and/or Sam at the scene. Yeah.
I had nothing to do with this.
Blood sample from your clinic was found on the seal. You found Sam snooping in your clinic. Maybe you took the sample and used it?
I had nothing to do with this.
Well, it sure as hell wasn't me. Why don't we know who Henry's father is?
Hypothetically.
You mean, why hasn't that tracked, like every other birth? Yes, you're the doctor after all. Well, when she gave birth, she said she didn't know who the father was. What about DNA? The test came up blank.
I have a bad feeling about
Isn't
this.
that concerning? Very. Not a lot I can do, though.
What the hell?
Why would a DNA test come up blank? We missed someone and don't have them recorded. I don't think this is important, Love Dice. I'm not sure how this relates to the council murder.
Got it.
What if someone deliberately kept the birth a secret? Why would they do that? Someone having an affair they shouldn't be? It's a possibility, but they'd need some high-level clearance for that. Or access to you.
That's not nice.
That's quite the accusation, investigator. Yeah, like, how dare you accuse me? It's just posed up like that. Jesus, we've got a lot to ask him. Nice Kiwami fathered a child. What?
Sure.
The blood samples match.
The island is about to end.
The only place you could have got a sample of Kiwami's blood is from his grave. You broke into my best friend's grave to get a blood sample? You desecrate the resting place of someone I consider a brother to run around with some conspiracy theory?
What?
We're done here. I like you, investigator, and I'll help you with any genuine lines of inquiry you have, but I won't tolerate this. Oh, shit. Wait, did that actually cut off the options, like... Oh, I didn't realize that. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that happen before. Fuck me. Okay. Oh my god. Oh no. I'm such an idiot. Oh my god, I just fucked up this entire VoD. I don't have Discord audio feeding through the included in VoD. Oh my god. Oh, fucking god damn it, shit. Fuck. Oh my god, I'm such an idiot. Oh, fucking... That entire VoD is just fucking useless now. I may as well have been talking to myself on stream. Oh my... Fuck. It does. I'm just wondering what the fuck to do now. Like, because like, look, we had a good time, obviously. Hang on, let me actually add the fucking thing to that, so I know that won't happen again. But yeah, shit. Oh fuck, I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. Cause yeah, like half the the conversation's not gonna make any fucking sense. Do I want to go over all of that again? I could probably shotgun very quickly through all of that. I have a recording of everything I did up until this point, and I could fly through all of that because it's like dialogue I've already seen.
But you will be losing your genuine reaction to a lot of twists, though, which sucks.
Yeah, especially, like, the stuff that happened very early on, too. I might just mark it as scuffed and then just say, okay, hold on. I'm gonna go back to yeah, okay, this is probably the best. So, like, that VoD is scuffed. I'm gonna note that in the thing and say, hey, there's, like, audio problem, like, Mina was talking, but no audio went through. But then, to actually have something recorded there where there's, like, where there's sensical conversation happening, I might just also go over shit as well. Oh my...
That's totally valid.
Yeah. God.
I mean, I don't know how free I'm going to be next weekend, so you can honestly just run through it all again and get, like, your non-scuffed version in.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, yeah, I don't want to be like, oh yeah, please ensure you're here for next time. But like, because yeah, like, like the whole point is like you can just jump on whenever you want. Like, it's kind of the thing. But like, yeah, it's like, okay, the first time you were on, I was like completely out of it from like a late night and like a friend of mine being kind of in a rough spot, and then the second time it's just like your audio's completely gone.
It's okay. It's a special treat for those lucky enough to catch it live.
No, no, no one heard it live either.
Oh, well.
Yeah, so
thanks, chat.
Yeah, actually, I'm Haunted and Charles. No, yeah, because like it's not like it was audio that's excluded. I needed to. So the way I've got it set up, just for context, because this stream is fucked. Like, I'm just gonna stop it here, because, like, there's no point going further, I think, especially if you're gonna go. And, like, I don't want to make more work for myself next time I come back to this.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, the way I've got it is I've got 2 audio channels that I opt in to put, certain processes to, feed audio into. So if I don't put an app into either of them, you cannot hear them at all, because I've got no desktop audio. Well, actually, no, wait a minute. Did I change to the desktop audio once I started? Actually, maybe half of the VoD is okay. I don't know if I switched to the audio tracks before the first break I took. I think I completely scuffed it, because I'm pretty sure I set it up beforehand to do it, so I'll have to go back and check, but maybe there's a chance that there's something salvageable, but oh god, fuck. Well, listen, this, like, I have to also recontextualize this. I've been off and on streaming for 3 years. This is the first time I've done something this dumb. Like, it was bound to happen eventually, and it has only happened once. But yeah. Fuck. Oh, that sucks. Well, yeah, I'm gonna stop the stream, like, right now, because, yeah, again.
Yep, totally fine.
Yeah, sorry to anyone that made it through this entire VOD to hear me talking to myself, essentially. I promise Mina was actually here the whole time. I wasn't just, talking to the voices in my head.
Tell them I said really smart stuff and that it's a shame they missed it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, well, I mean, like, unironically, I really enjoy talking to Mina about narrative, and I hope that was apparent from what you could hear, because there were multiple times I went on tangents about storytelling in that, and Mina is a very good person to bounce that kind of stuff off of.
Thank you.
She is very great, and it's a fucking crime that I excluded the audio from the fucking live stream. But yeah, probably won't be making that mistake again at the very least. Yeah, so, well, I mean, hang on. I'm gonna wrap this up really quickly, because, like, yeah, again, I want to also let Mina go too, and apologize off stream, but, yes, you should follow Mina. I've got a long weekend coming up. Plans are probably going to be completely random. I don't know what I'm doing just yet, but there's definitely going to be more Paradise Killer, because I've got to go over a bunch of stuff we've already done. Yeah, I think I'm just going to end it there, because this isn't a VOD. Yeah. Oops.